Welcome back to Between the Pylons. I'm John Camacho. Thank you so much for watching today. And again, I do want to apologize for the backdrop today. I had a lot of different stuff going on. I ended up having to move kind of unexpectedly because of things far out of my control. So I do apologize. This is going to get cleaned up by the next time I sit down to record. I am recording 3 videos right now. So this is one of those 3. But today we are talking about Joshua Kelley, running back out of UCLA. This is a guy who had a lot of buzz, especially during the Senior Bowl. And I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not his biggest fan. To me, we're talking about a guy who probably at his best is going to be a Jordan Howard in the league. And what I mean by that is a guy who can, I mean, Jordan Howard, people forget, it really wasn't that long ago, that he was the leading rusher in the NFL with the Bears. Now, granted, that was a John Fox Bears that didn't like to do a whole lot creatively and just really wanted to ground and pound and run it down your throat. So it kind of worked for what Jordan Howard was at the time. But with that being said, I personally think that that's kind of what Joshua Kelley can be. He can be a starting running back. I don't think you would want him to be. Like Jordan Howard works best in a rotation. He has some talent, but he's kind of a one-contract guy. And what I mean by that is you don't really expect him to do much in the NFL after 4 or 5 years. So one contract out of the league. That's what I see for Joshua Kelley. And I don't mean that really as a bad thing. Like I said, Jordan Howard, I mean, he's had high highs and he's had low lows. So I think his career, comparing it to Joshua Kelley, I think Joshua Kelley's career could go a couple different ways. I don't expect it to be an incredibly long one. I don't expect his running style to be something that will live up to maybe the praise that I'm hearing. I know the people that I've listened to that talk about this professionally and just different things like that in the media have kind of put him on a little bit higher of a pedestal than I personally see. So we're going to talk about that today. Right now I'm going to pull up the skill chart for Joshua Kelley, get a good look of what type of guy he is. All right, so here we are. So right off the bat, you have to recognize agility, short area quickness, and acceleration are really not his strengths. I didn't see anything on film that can really give him a plus grade in any of this. Vision, that is a negative grade. It's not terrible. I'm going to show you guys the film review. I don't have anything in the film that's going to show how bad vision was, and it really wasn't terrible. Like I said, that's on the edge of a good grade. It's close. Got to remember this is out of 9, so 4.5 is technically average. 5 and up is what I call plus grade. So he's right on the edge there. So we'll move over. Pass protection I really like. I think he is good in pass protection, which will get him on the field faster for NFL teams. I do understand that. I think that is one of those things that people, just the regular Joe, doesn't look at and doesn't realize how much that does affect draft stock. Because I mean, if a coach doesn't see that this guy can block, they're probably not going to take a chance on you in those mid-rounds, especially when we're talking about running backs that, they have a short shelf life anyway. So you get nervous when this guy just is absolutely trash at pass protection right off the bat. That is not the case with Joshua Kelley. I think he is good with pass protection. Move that up there. So good power runner. I mean, that's kind of what he is. He's going to be good in power runner. Pass catching, he's a plus pass catcher. He can catch the ball a lot better than Jordan Howard can, who I know I've compared him to already a couple times. That he's not like a exact replica to Jordan Howard. I don't want to say that, but he can catch. He's a little bit maybe more elusive than Jordan Howard. Has good patience, breaks tackles pretty regularly. I don't trust him in the open field. I don't trust him consistently being able to make plays down the stretch. I will show you one play where he does break it off for a big gain, but even in that case, he didn't make somebody miss and then jet upfield. It wasn't that type of play. Really, where he makes his money is pad level and balance and his power. Right, he does have good balance. He's a good between the tackles runner. With that being said, let's head on over to the film portion of this video. Alright, so here we are. On this first play, first thing I want you guys to recognize is the power that he does run with. These first two clips here, you're going to see him, he hits the hole pretty quickly. Like right here, before he even has contact, he's already lowering shoulder. This is his running style. He wants to lay down the boom. He's not afraid of contact. He's going to hit you. He's going to make these linebackers and safeties get punished, especially if he gets to the second level. You know, you'd like to see a guy maybe not have his head all the way down right after hitting the hole. You know, but he's pretty much bracing for contact. He's ready to lay down the boom for this guy, so I don't really have a problem with it. And gets an extra 2-3 yards after contact, so I'm good with that. That's the type of running back you're getting, right? So hopefully yards after contact type of guy, strong legs. Like look right here again, runs strong, runs hard. I think you're going to expect him being in that 10 to 15 yard range, and what I mean by that is he's going to consistently he's not going to have many plays in the NFL that go beyond 15 yards per carry. You know what I mean? He's going to stay in that box. One of these guys in the box are probably going to bring him down, but that's okay. I mean, most run plays, and on average in the NFL especially, are within that range. So that's not a bad thing. That's not a knock by any means. I don't need a running back to be a home run hitter. You like it to be in their repertoire, but it's not a necessity by any means. Like right here, he makes a guy miss with big, strong legs. You gotta love the way he's built. He is built like a running back, and he's able to get upfield for a first down. Again, not incredibly explosive. Ran a pretty good 40. I believe it was a 4.49. So that's kind of impressive. And right here, you're gonna see him. Oh, not that play. This is, again, you get a good sense of the fact that he's not really going to do a whole lot at the second level. He's not going to make you miss. That's at least what I put that clip in to show. You kind of see right here, gets outside. You'd love to see your running back kind of shoot this gap and really make a play at the second or third level. Not really his game. Kind of gets the first down. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not shitting on him for saying that. I'm just saying, you know, compared to the way I feel like some people are talking about him, this is a guy who's going to be a good rotational running back. You're not getting him to be the workhorse. You're not expecting him to be the #1 running back on your team, I don't think. Again, right here, great play. I do want to show that one more time. Just recognize, I mean, this is kind of the best case scenario for him. It's an outside run, which I don't think you would want him to do. Like, he's not the ideal outside running back or outside zone running game there. But it gets a couple blockers, just a scheme-specific run, and finds a hole and bursts upfield. Good speed, like I said, 4.49 40. So you know he has home run capabilities, but although most safeties and corners are probably going to catch them like that guy did right there, this was a play that really bothers me, and I'm going to go back and show this right here. So what I like to do when I watch a running back, right? I like to pause the film right when they get the ball and see what I see. How many yards do I see a player getting based on the blocking assignment, based on the defense? What do I see that the running back can get, right, on average? And then my grade on the player comes, do you get less or do you get more? Right here, this play, I expect you to be able to shoot that gap. And I'm speaking for a professional running back in the NFL. I expect when I see this, I want to see you shoot the gap and get into this 10, 15 yard range. Either this nickel corner or this deep middle safety. He's going to have to be the one to make the play, right? That's what I see when I pause this film. And if you see something different, that's fine. This guy right here, you can tell he does have an arm out. He has leverage on his blocker. So if he can make a play, that's awesome. I understand that he's able to make that play. I just think right here, I'd like to see a little bit more. He did not get enough of Joshua Kelley here to bring him down, and that's a huge issue I have with him. Granted, I didn't do the research. I don't know if this is one of the top defenders in next year's class or something like that. I don't know who this guy is. I didn't research that. I don't know. But a regular Joe from Washington State, I don't think he should be able to bring an NFL prospect down like that from behind, one-arm tackle. That scares me a little bit, especially when I'm billing you as a power back with good balance and vision. Now, granted, more often than not, he does have good balance and pad level. In that specific play, it did bother me a little bit. And again here, I'd like to see a little bit more. I don't understand. He either loses his balance, gets tripped up, and is able again to get pulled down by one arm tackle. That just scares me a little bit. Granted, he does get out of that and is able to create a couple extra yards, but it's not great. Last two things I want to show you guys. One, he is an excellent catcher. You see, that was an all-hands catch. Runs into the end zone. That is awesome. And then this last one is pass protection, which I thought was very good. Gets his shoulders and hands right in there. Again, this kid is not afraid of contact. He's not afraid to get down there and be physical. And you gotta love that. I think there's gonna be a coach out there that's gonna see him in the 4th, 5th round. That's where I want him to go. Maybe he goes earlier than that. I think he's a day 3 prospect, maybe even 6th round. That would not shock me personally. That's where Jordan Howard went. Again, I know I keep making that comparison. That's probably not fair. I apologize. I'll stop. But yeah, that's about where I think he should go as a runner. That's about where I have him. And again, like I was saying, I think that there's going to be a coach that's going to see him in that day 3 range and say, hey, this is a physical running back. I want to add him to the stable of running backs we have and see if we can hit gold with a guy who, he has an amazing story. I'm not going to deny that. A guy who didn't get on the field in high school very much, ends up walking on at UCLA and becomes a starting running back and now has the opportunity to go play in the NFL. That is so awesome. Like, that at one point in my life was my dream. So props to this guy. And granted, that was a fairly unrealistic dream, but still, I'm rooting for the guy, I'm rooting for the player. But when I put my analytics hat on, when I put my analysis hat on, I struggle to see this guy being a legitimate difference maker in the NFL. So for me, the overall score, I'm going to put it right here. I have Joshua Kelley as a 5.32 overall Wawa score, which is not bad at all. He's obviously not a scat back at 4.84. That's not good. That is not draftable on my scale. But obviously he makes his money with a power back, right? That's what he's going to be graded as. That's what you have to look at him to be. 6.06. That is really good power back, or that's a really good grade. And if I'm looking at him as a true power back to come and complement my scat back, if I'm the Panthers late in the draft and I'm saying, you know what, we need to let Christian McCaffrey take some plays off here and there. We need to have a guy who can come in and pass protect pretty okay, run the ball here and there. Maybe take some of those goal line carries away from McCaffrey, which I know if you're a fantasy lover that would piss you off, but I'm talking purely from a team standpoint. They don't care who scores as long as there's a score. Yeah, I think Joshua Kelley would be a good fit for them and could be fairly cheap as well. Other teams that maybe have a good shot, like I said, I think the Titans could use him. I'm pointing out teams that I think have a run scheme that would fit him. One gap type of runner, and also is a there's a secondary spot for him. I think possibly the Bucks could add him late in the draft. If the Bucks I think the Bucks should probably draft a running back a little bit earlier than in the Joshua Kelley range. But if they decide to pass on running back early in the draft, go around late, get a Joshua Kelley, add him to that stable of running backs, and maybe between all 3 of those guys, you have a pretty okay run game to complement Tom Brady in that passing attack. A lot of different options, a lot of different places I could see him fitting in. I'm rooting for the kid. Good luck. But that is my draft profile on Joshua Kelley. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe for more videos. If you are new to the channel, I promise this is not the norm. I am going to get that fixed. It's been a crazy week for probably most people in America, and I am no different. It's been an insanely crazy week for me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace out.